feel again this afternoon?
Well, I could tell you.
What am I supposed to have done?
If you want to give Robert the dirt and me and Andy, then that's fine. Don't think it'll make him fancy you anymore.
Ankle swollen up yet, Katie?
Only pregnant women get swollen ankles.
I wouldn't know.
How to get someone pregnant? Yes, so I've heard. Perhaps you should get your dad to get your book from the library, eh? Come on, Andy.
Promised you wouldn't see anything.
Yeah, well, she's not even up the duff, so what's your problem?
Nice one, Katie.
I'm sick of it. Everybody taking the mick out of me all the time. Pathetic.
Why do I get all the boring jobs?
I'd hate to give you anything too taxing, Letitia. I know how you grow weary when it comes to working the afternoon shift.
I was ill the other day.
Did I say otherwise?
Thanks, Gloria.
Yes. Well, in future, I'd prefer it if you changed your clothes at home before you go to collect the bins.
Why?
Well, not to put too fine a point on it, you smell.
Well, my overall's clean on today.
Oh, dear. Obviously, that big jumper you wear has been hiding a multitude of sins.
Do I smell?
Some people find black pudding a real turn on.
Thanks, Lacey. I better go and catch up with my dad.
I'm sort of washing in myself. What can I do?
Honestly, I feel a lot better.
Only because you arranged to see a doctor.
He's not that good.
No, but people can feel better just because they booked an appointment sometimes.
Is this who?
Zoe, you're not going to cancel, are you?
He's coming to the cottage in half an hour. Now, can we talk about something else?
OK. Just make sure you tell them everything and don't gloss over things because you've had a good day. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, well, if you're not happy with the staggered dinner breaks, we could go back to the old way. I just thought you wanted someone working the wagon all the time.
What time are you back off your dinner, anyway?
1 o'clock.
Oh, it's 1 o'clock now.
Right. Well, yeah, have a word with your mate. She's a bit slow with the puddings.
He didn't even ask me for a pudding.
Oh, just ignore him as long as he thinks he's getting away with it. Hey, and mind, Viv, don't tell a little soldier boy about your new bloke.
Hey, it's not my fault he spends all day in here.
So, you gonna give him one?
Charity?
Well, I would.
He does make it a bit more interesting.
You know, I could have got you that job at Dale Park if you'd have just spoken to me first.
Hey, holidays, houses, jobs, where would I be without you?
Oh, if you're gonna get snipey.
Anyway, I happen to like cake.
Am I getting too big for my Jimmy Choos?
Since when has he done Hot and Market?
I'll see you later. Hey up, Lise.
What's he doing in here?
Oh, taking the mick. And you feel free to tell him I said so and all.
Hey. She knows you're skiving.
Huh? Ah, but Phil and Sam aren't. Great, isn't it?
3 bottles, changing bag, and the buggy's in the hall if you fancy a walk.
I don't know what you've been doing with her.
I know, her clothes are all clashing, but the baby clinic says she was thriving.
That's what I mean. She's so laid back. Look at her. Not a care.
Yeah, during the day.
Are you up with her a lot?
4 or 5 times a night.
You're a great parent, love. No one can take that away from you.
I hope the bishop's feeling that supportive. I have mucked him around.
Not deliberately.
Yeah, I know, but one minute I'm going, the next I'm staying.
You tell your bishop from me there's some things more important than God. Of course, don't tell God I said that.
I thought you were an atheist.
Well, I am. But you can never be too careful.
Hundreds of lasses think they might be pregnant. And even our Robert knows it's not true, so he's not going to spread it, is he?
Yeah, but it's bad enough my dad and your dad sticking the beaks in without having to put up with his stupid little digs. I'm a laughing stock. I'm nearly 16 years old and I can't even see my boyfriend without being laughed at, lying and wagging off school. I love you, Andy. Say it back then.
Of course I love you.
Well, actually, I'm glad Robert's been a pain. I've had enough.
How do you mean?
Well, look how mature we've been over thinking I was pregnant. Let's go and tell him after school. Tell him that we belong together.
Who?
The dads.
Together?
Well, me and you and them two. If we're all in the same room, then they won't be able to play one off against the other.
Will you do something for tea tonight?
Shh.
Hey, stop wigging in. What's it got to do with you?
I promised Betty I'd keep her informed.
Things are never this slow in Z-cars.
Your card was used a lot, Gloria. It takes time to interview the staff.
Well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help, like your job.
Thanks, yep. I'll bear that in mind next time I'm breaking up a fight in the pub.
Still no joy, then?
I'm sure something will turn up.
Well, I won't be fobbed off with inefficiency. Or platitudes.
You know, I think sometimes he actually forgets that he was the one that taught me how to lie in the first place.
Yeah, but Zach's still the master.
Do you not mind him skiving?
Hey, if Phil and Sam can put up with it, and if the work gets done, hey?
I'm sorry I'm late. I'll crack on.
Oh, Sim, fun to wish your knickers and have a cup of tea.
I wish you were my boss.
You're losing weight, Cynthia.
I should be. I'm out running around I'm doing between here and Pollard's. Hey, Jack, did you have a word about our Danny for that job?
Well, you said you were going to.
Hey, he's a good lad, Charity.
I've got absolute faith in you, Jack. Oh, is it time?
Mum and Brian are always complaining about all menial jobs you have to do.
What happened to his job at Viv's?
Yeah, but I mean, would you last 10 minutes working for Viv?
Two hours your dad's been gone. I'll be having words.
I wouldn't. He might get angry. You won't like him when he's angry.
Bit handy, is he?
Yeah. We were hoping he'd calm down once he had his testicle off.
He's not a dog.
No, but I've seen him fight one.
I never quite know when you're serious.
Neither do I.
Where have you been?
Hey, I've been looking for you.
Oh, I can see how it'd be hard to spot.
No, that's me done. Come on, let's go and have a pint. I want something to wash this down with.
Are you buying?
No, but if you're good, I might get you a bite of my pie. Hey!
That's fine.
Good.
Physically, you're tip-top. Now, do you want to give me something a bit more specific than feeling under the weather?
I don't really know where to start. It's things like this.
What?
Well, I should have my own handkerchief. Normally I would. But everything keeps taking me by surprise and... You must think I'm so silly.
Don't be daft. Of course I don't think you're silly. I'll go and put the kettle on. It'll take some time. So the last time I saw you, you were still at home farm.
People do move.
Of course, they do.
Chris got married last year.
Yeah, I heard. How's he doing?
I sold the house to Chris and his wife. We don't get on very well. Things have been a bit nasty.
Then it's not surprising you're feeling anxious. I mean, I know just how close you and your brother were.
It's not only that. Things throw me. I don't feel like I'm firing on all cylinders. I get confused. I'm not sleeping very well.
And what are you doing about it?
But a bottle of wine a night, and I know it doesn't help, and I've stopped now.
Don't panic. I'm not here to judge. It's obvious you've had a bad year, Zoe. You're suffering from stress and depression.
Am I?
All very normal given the circumstances. I can refer you to someone.
A psychiatrist?
A counsellor. Someone to talk to. Don't look so horrified. If it's good enough for Premier League footballers...
Yeah, all right, point taken, but isn't it just a bit indulgent?
OK. Then there's a course of antidepressants.
No, I'm not sure about drugs. I'd be worried about getting too dependent.
I could give you something short-term. Just something to take the edge off some of the symptoms. Give you a bit of a breathing space.
Grandad's been craning his neck over the bar. Shall I let him in before he does himself an injury?
Suppose so.
See? Told you she'd want to see you.
I don't know about that. Who's in the bar, Louise?
Oh, me. Hello.
You can winder if you like. I've just had this top dry cleaned.
Where's Ashley?
He's gone to see the bishop.
Why didn't he ask me to babysit?
Who knows? Might be something to do with you encouraging Bernice to flit.
Yeah, well, if she'd stayed, well, she might have had a breakdown or worse. Yeah, we've just got to get on with it.
Tea, if you're stopping.
Yes, please, Grandma.
Do you think I should offer to babysit for Ashley?
I think I'd let the grandparents fight that one out first.
Oh, tell him I offered.
Yeah, I will.
See.
See you.
Angela, do you want me to walk you home?
Have you been in Pollard's factory lately?
Well, if I wanted out from there, I'd get Sam to nick it.
Like Gloria's credit card.
Are you after me?
Not in the way you'd like.
I phoned them and they're on Wayfront Greenhouse. Are you two all right?
Don't you think it's unfair?
I mean, we're adults, so we're not even allowed to see each other.
We're going to tell them straight.
Well, can I just give you one piece of advice? Don't go shouting odds too soon.
What do you think you're playing at?
We're supposed to be at work here. Never mind getting summoned in by you two. And you shouldn't even be together.
So what's the bad news now?
Oh, God, you're not pregnant, are you, Katie?
No, I flaming well I'm not.
Maybe I should go.
No! We want you as a witness, so you can see what these two are like.
Louise, has Ken been in today?
Only all afternoon. Oh, thanks. I'll have one with you.
Andrew Reynolds has been in the factory again today. Get you on. You said to keep things looking as normal as possible. What are we going to do? They're interviewing the shop staff where we used the card.
So?
So? How many black faces have you seen in Otten recently?
Loads. Stop panicking. Just keep your brazen face on, you'll be right.
Oh, great. Thanks, Kane. I feel much better now. Look, are you coming to get Kurt with me? Because I'm going to be late.
Sorry. Got to pack.
What?
Come on, Andy. This is ridiculous.
We're not talking until Brian gets back.
To you, he's not Brian. He's Mr. Addiman.
I've left the message to call back tomorrow. Do you realise we've had to put a client off?
Well, Dad, will you wind your neck in for 5 minutes?
Well, come on, we're all ears.
Well, we've got something we want to tell you.
And we want to say it without you two interrupting us.
Oh, but you two can interrupt each other.
You think you're clever, don't you?
Fire away, Andy.
Right. Well, you two don't want us to see each other, right? And we haven't been seeing each other. Go on, Katie, I'm opposite this.
Right. Well, what we want to say is... We know that you don't want us to see each other, but the thing is...
Oh, my God, we're not back to the pigging thing again, are we?
Oh, Dad!
I'll tell you what the thing is. The thing is, you obviously have been seeing each other and you're telling lies and you're talking tripe, the pair of you.
You've been seeing her on the sly?
Dad, we're trying to speak to you.
Well, say something worth listening to.
We love each other and there's nothing you can do about it.
Here we go. You're right. We can't change how you feel.
Or think you feel.
But we can control what you do.
Like how?
Like changing her school, like moving if we have to.
Oh, what's the point? I knew it was too much to ask that you might just listen.
You're not going with her.
Then I'll walk 20 paces behind and then if it makes you happy, Bri.
What with that?
I can't reason with them, Cynthia.
I meant you two.
Well, what are we supposed to do?
try casting your minds back to when you were teenagers. I mean, I know it's thousands of years ago.
I was never like that.
I bet you never had a sly fag or an underage drink, or maybe a fumble with a girl you shouldn't have fumbled with. Sitting there with your arms folded. A pair of Rottweilers would have been easier to face.
I haven't finished that.
Well, you have now. That were a missed opportunity. I mean, they made effort to talk to you.
They've been seeing each other behind our backs.
Yeah, and they could have carried on seeing each other, but they chose not to. They chose to be upfront about it, and look what happened. No wonder kids lie.
OK, we'll see you tomorrow, Mrs. Pringle. Bye.
How did it go?
Fine.
She did see him then.
I'm stressed.
I could have told you that.
No, it was helpful. I don't know what you expect me to say.
Well, did he offer you anything?
Only his hand in marriage.
All right, if you're going to be like that.
Oh, am I not allowed to make a joke anymore?
I'm just concerned about you, Zoe.
Well, there's no need. But I would like to take some time off. So I booked something.
How's she been?
Good as gold.
She was crying when I arrived.
Liar. What happened with the Pope?
It wasn't as bad as I expected. Although there were a couple of comments about me taking Gabby to services.
Swines.
Look, I can do a lot more.
So can I.
I mean, why didn't you ask me today?
Can I be honest?
If you must.
I get the feeling that if I ask one of you...
Well, why don't you ask us both? We've had a perfectly nice day, haven't we, Rodney?
Honestly, Ashley, we're not in competition.
Then how about every Sunday?
Oh, you git!
What?
You knew I had to go and pick him up, so you used this as an excuse to try and nick off.
Grow up.
I know what's going on. You think Angie's onto us?
Yeah, well, maybe she is.
Yeah, well, if you're going away, I am coming with you. You're not leaving me to face this all by myself.
They've got no honours. I just fancied a few days away, that's all.
All right. So where are we going?
Look, as much as I love him, I ain't going anywhere with a sprog.
Fine. I'll get my mum and Danny to look after him. I am not taking no for an answer, Kane.
Yeah, Ashley had to go off and I couldn't resist spending a bit of time with Gabby.
I'm not bothered about it now. I am angry because you missed the appointment with the accountant this afternoon.
Oh?
And there's no good news.
Look, Ashley needs some support. And as far as Dale Park's concerned...
It's running at a loss, and I'm getting a bit sick of your family cropping up every time there's a problem.
So what's your doll called then? Katie. Oh, why Katie? Because she's ugly. Oh, cheeky little thing.
We thought you'd both be here.
Can Katie stay for her tea?
We'll see. You go upstairs and play, Victoria.
Go on, Vic. I'll see you later. All right, then.
Thanks, Katie.
You've got it all to come with her.
Yeah, well, I don't want her to see you dragging me off home.
I didn't come here for a fight. This time I've got something to say. I do remember what it was like to be a teenager.
Who says you don't?
And I'd have said anything. Anything at all to get a girl's knickers off.
Oh, is that it? Give me some credit, Dad. You think I'm stupid enough to let myself get used?
You wouldn't be the first.
Why are you always so obsessed with sex?
We're just trying to explain our feelings for each other. There's more to it than that.
OK, so if we said all right then, you can have a relationship, we won't stand in your way, does that mean you won't be sleeping together?
You see, we can understand how you feel. But you've got no idea what it's like to be a parent, either of you. But you're still just kids.
Not too much of a kid to get the pill.
Yeah, or to wag off school, or lie to your dad.
Yeah, all right. So you won't get pregnant. But it's not just that, there are more serious consequences.
Yeah, if you sleep around.
And we've only been with each other, so that's not a problem.
We want to be together.
And we've thought it through and we do talk to each other. He's my best friend, Dad. Not just a couple of rabbits.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. I'm stumped. I don't see what we can do.
Please, Dad. I don't want to fight about it. I love him.
I love her. And even if she did get pregnant...
You what?
Well, we're going to be together for good anyway, so it don't really matter.
Her whole life ruined in one sentence and you don't even think it matters?
Oh, Andy, you total prat.
I prefer to be a man of leisure, mate.
I'd never have guessed.
I'd rather shovel sugar than work in this place. That Viv's a right cow.
Hey, do you mind? That's my mother outlaw you're talking about.
No, and everyone in village pities you.
I'll tell her you said that.
Oh, please don't. Last time she shouted, my brain nearly bled.
I wouldn't go home for a bit if I were you.
Why?
Are your Andy and Katie really serious?
I don't know. I try and stay out of it.
Yeah, it's the best way. Anyway, if you do hear anything, yeah? Oh, yeah.
You were going to tell her about Katie.
I was not.
2 teas.
And I'll have a cake as a treat for my little lad. He's starting work at home farm tomorrow.
No, I'm not.
Congratulations, Danny. Plenty of sugar to shovel up there.
I said, get it on, we're going.
What did I say?
If you don't know, Andy, you're too stupid to be having any sort of relationship.
We didn't mean anything by it. It was just something to say.
Ask your dad. Ask him how he would feel if some little burk reckoned it would be fine for Victoria to be having a baby at 15.
I just meant that if it did happen, we'd be all right.
Would you? And won't you live on your hormones? Or would you go back to nicking cars while she cleans toilets for a living because you've robbed her of a future?
But we're going to be together for good.
That's what's got your back up, isn't it, eh? You've only gone along with it because you thought it'd be over by next week.
I'd have prayed for that, but now I don't have to because it's not going to happen at all. Out, Katie.
Why, shut up! You're not the expert. And what about my mum? She couldn't wait to get away from you.
And you screwed up every relationship you've ever had. You even made Diane go back with Rodney.
Katie, I'd like you to go. Right now.
You just start the pair of you. You can't stand the idea of anyone being happy.
And you can stay here.
Don't start with me.
If you want to be a man, Andy, act like one. It was all going very well until you blew it. You could have been on your way to the pictures with her now if you hadn't opened your stupid fat trap. It's finished, Andy, and you've only got yourself to blame.